What's your favorite holiday? Mine has always been Halloween. My grandma said she never knew a kid that loved it more. Every year I dress up to go trick-or-treating, and that tradition continued even into college. Sure, my friends and I got some comments. They ranged from, "Do you guys go to Lockport High School? I swear I have gym class with you." We didn't. To, "How old are you guys? 30? We were 19. The way I saw it, as long as we put forth the effort to dress up, why couldn't we collect some candy? During our junior year, we decided to collaborate on a group costume. There were 5 of us, and we had come up with a winner of an idea. Pac-Man and the 4 Ghosts. You guys know Pac-Man, the little yellow video game character that runs through mazes, chomping on dots and getting chased by ghosts? If you don't know the 4 Ghosts, teal is Inky, pink is Pinky, red is Blinky, and orange is Clyde. I was going to be Blinky, the red one. Unfortunately, that October, I was diagnosed with aplastic anemia, a rare blood disease that can be fatal. I was in the hospital a lot, spending time in the ICU, getting blood transfusions, and undergoing an endless battery of tests. When I got out, I had a compromised immune system. That meant I couldn't be around large groups of people. It also meant I had to stay away from school. Given recent world events, I'm sure you can understand how that felt. For my own protection, I had to wear a surgical mask wherever I went. It's really a shame that Batman: The Dark Knight Rises had not come out yet. Otherwise, I would have been walking around talking like Bane the entire time. I am Gotham's reckoning! Instead of dealing with Batman, I had to deal with people staring at me, and the reality that my Halloween tradition was about to end. For the first time in my life, I would not be going trick-or-treating. Through the magic of Facebook, I was able to follow the progress of the Pac-Man costume from afar. I saw cardboard boxes turn into the familiar yellow shape of the 80s video game icon. I witnessed 3 googly-eyed ghosts materialize out of colored cloth. I was sad that I wouldn't be able to participate and disappointed that the team would be 1 ghost short. The night before Halloween, my friends called me. "Mark, can we come take you trick-or-treating?" I was shocked. I was touched. I was excited. I wasn't going to miss Halloween after all. After assuring me that none of them had colds, I set to work on a costume of my own that would still fit the theme. I had neither the time nor the talents to pull together Blinky, so instead I printed out images of the fruits that were scattered throughout the Pac-Man maze and stuck them on a black turtleneck. Have you ever had a costume that you just knew was super clever? This was that. I felt like Flounder from Animal House. Oh boy, is this great! When the first car pulled up, I noticed something huge strapped to the roof and wrapped in a tarp. That's when I realized it was Pac-Man. Much like the original Death Star, there was a flaw in the design. No one had bothered to take any measurements to determine how big it should be. They just built it. It ended up being 4 feet in diameter and not collapsible. Because it wouldn't fit in the car, it went on the car. "Why'd you guys drive separately?" I asked my friends. "We were afraid the Pac-Man would get caught in the wind and blow into traffic," they told me. So 2 of us drove further back and kept an eye on the costume. If it looked like it was coming loose, we used our walkie-talkie to tell the lead car to pull over, and then we would resecure it. My friends drove like that for 45 stressful minutes before arriving safely at my house. At school, most of us lived in the same building, and every night we would go to dinner together. I saw my friends every day. But now, I hadn't seen them in weeks. Back at my house, my friends were happy to see me, and I them. As if just being there weren't enough, they had a surprise for me. A shock of red cloth with 2 googly eyes. It was my Blinky costume, and the ghosts, were back at full strength. Out the door we went, pounding the pavement like we did every year, but this was not like every year. After the month I had, just being able to do something normal was, well, as normal as walking around with a red sheet on your head can be. It was invigorating. And not only that, my trick-or-treating tradition was still alive! We had read that Pac-Man was one of the most recognizable characters in the world. I guess someone forgot to tell the people in my neighborhood. We approached a house, and a smile crept across the face of this woman as she exclaimed, "You're Ghostbusters!" No! This woman did not know Pac-Man, and clearly she didn't know Ghostbusters either. We made our way back to my house, ate some pizza, watched the World Series, and traded each other the candy we did not want. What candy would you have put up for grabs? For me, it was the candy corn. Blah. My friends had salvaged a night I didn't even think would happen. Throughout my sickness, I learned a very valuable lesson. The next time someone you know is going through a hard time, remember this. Often it is the simplest gestures that mean the most. A phone call, a personal visit, a cooked meal. But sometimes, riding in to save the day with yellow cardboard and colored cloth does the trick too. 10 years later, this is still the most profound act of friendship I have ever experienced. To this day, I keep this little blinky on my desk as a reminder of the night that Pac-Man saved Halloween. Mr. Toastmaster.